What's up? So, Chris, for those who don't know you yet, can you share a quick intro of who you are and what you were doing before we started working together?
So my name's Chris. I'm 21. I'm from the United States. I live in California. I'm married with a wife and a now 7-month-old baby. When I kind of first started working with Nick, uh, we actually first hopped on the phone. I was actually in a pretty shitty spot. I had some shit going on with my family, and I was living in a hotel with my wife. And at that point, my like 5-month-old baby um, had like a couple bucks in my account, bro, and was just in a bad spot when I got started.
But and talk to me, what kind of got you interested in appointment setting in the first place?
I was always a very like knew I was destined for something greater type of person. Um, tried a few things. There's a lot of myself psychologically that I didn't understand, and so wasn't able to overcome. Uh, and then kind of just some effort things, and kind of saw you kind of stayed on your tail on your page for a little bit, and started doing a little bit of my own research and realized why not plug myself into a system that's already making these people rich, and make my back end off of it. It was a almost a no-brainer for me, so, I took the risk on
Bet, man.
myself and why not put the work in.
100%, bro. And then, what was kind of holding you back from getting started in appointment setting on your own?
Honestly, bro, I had never heard of it before, so I really didn't know where to, I was watching videos and stuff, like, before, like, we had really got into it, but I was like, "Bro, I have no idea how to, actually, go, say, get a job in this or, do the interviews." I was like, "Damn," I was like, "I have no idea, like, what to do."
100%, man. And then, kind of what were you looking for when you first reached out to me?
Honestly, bro, I was looking for someone that someone that could understand, someone that wasn't just, like, another face on Instagram, you know what I mean? I was really honestly looking for a maybe like a I don't wanna say a sense of companionship, but a sense of, like, someone's with me through this time, you know? Like,
Yeah,
is
someone you can align with.
yeah, someone I could align with, someone I could trust, and someone that, I felt that resonance with.
Bet, 100%, man. And I'm glad I was that person, man.
Me
And
too,
then,
dog.
so how did you kind of feel about your income direction or opportunities that you had back then?
Um, I was a very, optimistic person. Like, it wasn't really looking good, but, I was always the type of person, like, I'll have a job, I'll always work, you know what I mean? Like, I always have something coming in. But there wasn't really too much going on in a long-term vision for me at that point. I just kinda work and, see what I can make shake through time, I guess.
Got you now. And then what actually made you to make that final decision to actually start working with me?
Looked at my bank account, looked at where we were living, looked at my wife, looked at my son, and, I didn't have a dad growing up, so I knew that it's now or never, and I'm either gonna put the sacrifice in now for my son, and he'll appreciate that later, or I'm gonna end up just like my dad, and that's not an option.
100%, man. And then when you joined, what was the first big shift or aha moment you had?
Oh, bro, honestly, the group was hype, bro. Like, I wasn't expecting, all the hype, like, everyone was, really, together, bro, and then, the psychological part of it, understanding more of myself and, I don't it was just, honestly, the whole thing, bro, once I started rolling, I was very into it, as you know, I was very, always in the group, always chatting with the boys, so it was, my first aha moment, though, was when I got on my offer. When I got on my offer, the type of offer I'm on now, so I was like, I was like, "We did it." I was like, "We did it," it was, 40 days or something like that? It was, barely
Yeah.
any time, bro.
Yeah. And for those of you who don't know what type of offer Chris is on, he's on an offer that's doing 500,000 a month. So that's six figures and he gets a slice of that pie. And kind of what part of the process helped you out the most? Was it learning the outreach, mindset, sales, calls? What was it?
Oh, that's a good question, but it was really a mix of mindset, um, and just, the sales kinda process in general and, the training behind that, uh, hella enlightening, you learn, sales is a transfer of energy. You know what I mean? Like sales is your life. You know, your life is sales. You know,
Yeah.
it coincides. So it was just like a rush of feeling, knowing that I'm not only getting better in this skill, but I see myself getting better in my personal life. I see my relationships being better. I see just kind of growth everywhere. So it was kind of crazy, bro. Not gonna lie with those two.
Yeah. To piggyback off the back of that, like I always said it to you guys. I was like, sales is one of those things that you bring into every aspect of your life.
That's facts, bro. Literally,
Yeah.
literally. Even when you don't try to, bro, like you just like it's so funny, bro. Like, you know, when you'll be like, "Oh, what do you mean by that?" I catch myself doing that in like random conversations, bro.
But and then kind of how did my coaching or guidance kind of help you actually get that clarity or confidence?
Honestly, bro, um, you were very close with me, and you know, we reciprocated that together. And there was a lot on a one-on-one tip, you know, late at night, early in the morning, where you know, say I was going through something with my personal life or know, overcoming some personal demons or whatnot to where you were there for me. You know what I mean? Like you actually were there for me. You helped me, you know, like a father figure. You know, and that's, you know, something near and dear, bro. So that was kind of the best thing you did was just really being like, I'm on your ass, bro. Like we're in this shit together.
Of course, man, you're my guy. I have to be on your ass 24/7.
Hell yeah, dog.
But and then what was the kind of moment when you realized that this shit is actually working for you?
Bro, when I started on my offer, and then literally like 2 days later, I don't even remember how many closes, bro, but it was like closes, they were like 3K, 4K, like I remember I think my first one was like 4,900. Like they had damn near piffed, and I was like, "What?" I was like, "Bro, I talked to this person for 20 minutes, bro." I was like, and then the check came in, bro. I was like, "Oh," I was like, once the check came in and it like realized, I was like, I was looking at my PayPal like, "What the fuck?"
How
I was
did
like,
that actually feel, bro? Because I remember my first one, and I was like abroad on holidays in London in like an apartment with the boys. I got my first pay. I was like, shit,
"Oh,
this
it
actually
was."
works.
Yeah, it was weird, bro, honestly. It was like but in a good way. It was like I really just got paid this much off having like bro, like normal conversations, like literally just regularly talking to people, bro. Like then it was like 20, 30 minutes for me, but now I do it in like 10 to 15. So then it's like these conversations, like they'll go a little short, and then it's just like you're making 250 per person, you know, 125 per person if they have piff. Like it's retarded. Like I felt like, why didn't I start this shit earlier? I was like, bro, I could have been like making like 50K a month by now, bro. Like it's
100%. But
crazy, bro.
that's one thing that like I wish I did was actually get started like 3 years ago, bro.
Facts, bro, bro. Oh my god, dog. We were doing so many crazy numbers. Swear, bro.
Facts, facts.
Insane,
And then like, how would you describe the support and community that you actually like got from working with me?
bro. The boys, bro, and to the girls too. Uh, everybody. It's like the best thing I could say, bro. When I was a kid, I wasn't able to stay on the soccer team because we couldn't afford it. But I played on a soccer team, and that was like the best atmosphere I ever had, bro. We all hyped each other up, told each other, "Hey, you got to do this, boom, boom," and like just the atmosphere, you know, was like just so positive and like positively pushing, you know, in a competitive way. And it's the same thing in the group, bro. Like everybody's always there for you. You can always text. There's always some way to get help, even if it's sales related, personal related. So it was just like honestly kind of crazy. Like it's like not even like just a community. That's just like a family, bro. Like everybody
Yeah,
knows each other's kids. If you got kids, people's like kids pop up on the thing and stuff. Like it's really like a family, bro. Like it's actually crazy.
yeah. Because the biggest thing for me, like making the community, was like I wanted people to actually build like relationships, right? Because like
Yeah,
when
bro.
you're surrounded by like positive relationships, like you're gonna thrive regardless of like whatever else is going on.
Facts, bro. Facts, bro. And you think about it too. Like I catch myself thinking like sometimes I might like stop dying for a little bit when it's like still in my work block, and I'll be like, nah. I'll be like the boys are getting up my ass, bro. Like I gotta get back on the phones.
And then kind of talk to me, man. Like where are you at now compared to where you started?
Bro, I was working overnight. I remember when I was still training, I had got that overnight job. Remember, I was
Yeah, yeah.
working 12 a.m. to 8 a.m., bro, doing like tow dispatching and shit. and I was making like 650 a week or something like that, 550 a week, something like that. So like barely over 2K. And we go we definitely gonna make 5 figures the next couple months, bro. Yeah, bro. This month, um, bro, I'm on pace to do some thousands over the old income. So we're looking at like three minimum, like minimum, because there were some changes with my offer and stuff that unfortunately happened. But uh yeah, bro, it's gonna be an easy probably 3 to 6, to be honest, this month, like to wrap up the rest of this month, and then next month, bro, we're pacing to do at least 6 to 7 hundred thousand. So, bro, that with this new systems all up and running, that should be an easy minimum 8 to like 12, 13K.
Yeah. And also, like, just bear in mind, like, that's 6K and it's your second month in the fucking game. Like
Yeah, bro,
actually
this is
full
yeah.
month on an offer.
Yeah, bro, this is like literally going into my second full month. I'm being offered like it, bro. Like, and it's crazy to say that, bro. Like, it's actually crazy to say that because like I don't pay attention to the time or like any of that stuff because like detached from outcome. But then
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
crazy every time that like I think about how long I've actually been in sales and where I've actually positioned myself to be with my skill set. It's like, bro, like in a year from now, there's no way I'm not making 100, 200, $300,000 a month. Like, and to really know that confidently, bro, like changed my life, bro.
100%. And then actually on that, like, what have you kind of achieved so far? I know you mentioned the skill set, but what was kind of the things that you've learned? Was it like skills, booked calls, income goals, or like mindset wins?
Well, honestly, bro, like I got to a point where like there was multiple days where I was breaking my records with book calls, bro. Like, so I smashed all my like my intro goals. Like I remember at first with the group it was like 3 to 5 was like good. Now, bro, like six is like I get six. I'm like, damn, I gotta go crazy. I was like only six. So it's like with the book calls from when I first came in, I smashed that goal, bro. Like, and then I would say with income goals, like my genuine income goal now, like where I'm already at income goals, already passed it. Like entry level stuff from first coming in, past income goals, like on the minimum level that my brain was thinking. Now I'm in a lot more abundant mindset, so it's like now I'm onto a whole nother goal. So it's like pretty much all the entry level stuff, bro. When it came to my goals, like I smashed, bro. Like I'm better
And
physically.
sorry to cut
Uh,
you off, but do you remember what we like discussed on the first call? You had said you set like a goal of like I think it was like 2K or some shit. And I said,
yeah,
why don't you raise that standard? Because when you raise the standard, you actually get more from you get more input when
that's
once you
facts, bro.
actually raise the standard.
That's facts, bro. And it was funny because I like I raise the standard in my head, but like when you first come into something, there's like that little bit of natural uncertainty. So I kind of still had that, bro. First, yeah, first two checks in, first month, I cleared that shit. I was like, oh, I was like, bro, I was like, we're going for 3 million a month, boys. Like, yeah, it was crazy, bro. You were right about that for the job. It's crazy,
That. And then kind of how has your confidence or like outlook changed since the starting?
bro. Like, honestly, bro, like general confidence. Like, I'm a lot more like secure in my position and where I'm gonna scale myself in my life. Like, I always had the vision, but now I have the steps, the goals, the platform community to actually make that feasible. And in terms of sales, bro, like, you know what I change my name to every time we have the group calls? Dial God, Dial Master.
Dial master
Like,
or rich offsetting.
yeah, or rich offsetting, yeah. So like my confidence in my sales skills, bro, like obviously, I believe the smartest people in the room know that they always have more to learn. And I definitely embrace that. But like I feel like Tony Montana. I feel like fuck like just like I'm the best at everything. I feel like Rocky Balboa. Like I feel like, I'm getting to be the true mastery, like true
Yeah, and
mastery.
that's the way it should be to hit your goals, man. You want to
Uh,
look like you want to feel like you're the better than everyone else in the room. But even at that, you still have things to learn.
exactly, bro.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And then talk to me like what does your day actually look like day to day as an appointment setter?
Day to day as an appointment center. Okay. So I am in PST, Pacific Standard, and I work on a EST offer. So I'm getting up. Some days I'll sleep in a little bit, some days I won't. But I'll get up anywhere from like 4 to 5:15 in the morning. Um, Eat some food, do some push-ups, look at myself in the mirror. If I'm with my son, look at my son, get that motivation for the day going. Um, then bam, 6 a.m., hit the phones, get to grinding. If it's a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or no, Mondays, we have a group call at about 7 a.m. Um, then like rest of the day, like I'll work for like depending on the day, what's going on in personal life, like 2 to 4 hour blocks. And I try to get in like 6, 8 hours a day. And then I do a 2 to 1 ratio. So if I work a 2 hour block, I'll take an hour break. If I work a 3 hour block, I'll do hour and a half break. Um, just to keep myself there mentally, go out, touch grass. And then I wrap up and I'm done, bro. Like the mornings are really like honestly, like there's a lot of days, bro, where like locking in the morning, you can grab like an easy like 4, 5, 6, 7 sets. And like, you know, at that point, if the day's going good, say you got a couple closes already, you're just chilling, bro. And that happens a lot. So like
Love to hear that, man. And then, like, what are your goals now that you actually have the foundation?
bro, so November, November is going to be my first 5-figure month in sales. And on top of past income goals, so obviously that has its reverse engineering. Um, I also, in terms of like congruency, I want to take more efforts to not only invest in my learning, but invest in my mental health, my physical health, my emotional health. Um, I want to, connect more with God, base myself more in, religion. I feel like that goes a long way, having a faith. Um, really just center myself on religion, hit that 10K for sure next month. Uh, Invest more in like myself, which is investing into myself. So not only other sales related things, but like I said, mental, physical. And then a big one is definitely getting my content together and being able to actually now help other people get the skill that I've created or I've learned through you.
Bullshit, bullshit. And then where do you see yourself 6 to 12 months from now?
6 to 12 months from now. Definitely not living where I live now, bro. Definitely not living where I live now. Definitely see myself either already having purchased the property in I'm not gonna say where, but we kind of talked about it before, but the property where I want to purchase a property or be like in the midst of getting all the planning to move done. And then as well as being, you know, right there at management or, damn near there at management. Definitely in the closing now. 6 to 12 months, I'll definitely be in the closing, pushing towards management, helping people scale their offers and I'll say living in a beautiful country with a house that I own. Um, Definitely have a trust, building assets on the side. Um, Really just like honestly, like 6 to 12 months, I see myself living my desired outcome from the start of all this. And more likely than not gonna be doing a lot more than I even envisioned. So like
100%.
just crazy. Like there's not like it's hard. I want to give you like a full exact answer and like all these goals, but it's like there's no way that I'm
Speechless.
not living. Yeah, like it's like speechless because I know I'm gonna be there. So it's like desired outcome, bro. Like the house in the Caribbean area, leveraging that tax all like just literally living, bro. Really living.
Yeah, I'm happy to hear that as well. And then, kind of, what would you kind of say to someone who's in the same spot you were before joining?
Oh, same spot I was for Jordan. Don't allow yourself to fall victim to the comfortability that your brain will allow you to stay in because of how it's programmed. Because our brain naturally will want to keep us in the safest position possible because of what it already understands. But in order to grow, blossom, and become the person that you truly desire, you have to reach out of yourself and actually become uncomfortable to make sure that you're not in the comfortability that you're currently stuck in. You know, it sounds very simple when you say it in words, but it's a beautiful journey. I think that we all need to walk. That that would be my advice.
100%, man. What was that kind of saying I had? Where did people die?
Where do people die? Oh, bro, the comfort zone.
Exactly.
People
There
die
you
in the
go.
comfort zone.
100%.
Whole graveyard right there. You get comfortable with the checks coming at your 9 to 5, so you never invest in that business. You get comfortable with, having a couple date nights with your wife, a couple weeks, so you guys never go on those trips. You guys never really build more experience together. It's every single thing in life. You can't be comfortable.
100%. Like, even for yourself, man, when you got started, bro, like, you had $2 in your bank account, but it wasn't about what you had. It was about how willing you were to actually get resourceful.
Yeah, bro, at the end of the day, it's like, if you don't want it, you're not gonna do the work. One powerful thing that I heard was find your why. Because if you think about it, we all hopefully wipe after we take a shit, right? It's important enough to us to not have shit in our britches, so it should be important enough for you to do what you want to do, because then you'll just do it.
100%. 100%.
Kind of a funny
And
analogy, bro, but
bro, when you said that shit, I was like, where's this guy going with this shit? But and then if you could kind of sum up your experience working with me in one sentence, what would it be?
mental evolution. I think that a lot of people are trapped in the cage of their own minds. And besides the skills, right? Sales isn't all about skills, right? Like you're saying. Sales is about 20% skills and it's 80% mindset. So being able to play the game of master your mind was a beautiful, beautiful thing that really is the reason where I am now.
Yeah,
That'd be my summary.
for
Like
sure.
everything that I've gotten, learned, the long conversations, 2, 3 hour conversations we've had about pushing me past my limits, like it's been just transformative
I'm,
financially, mentally.
yeah, I'm glad to hear that, bro. Because like, I remember at the start, bro, I said like I'm going to like go hard on the mindset, bro. I do
Yeah,
that with
bro.
everyone that joins in. Like I'm hammering in mindset shit.
It's like, bro, we can't even, and on those calls, bro, you say if or but, bro, you're cooked. You're cooked.
Bro, I had a guy today, he said probably. I was like, time fucking out. What you mean probably?
You gotta watch that language around here, bro.
And then why do you think someone serious about changing their situation should actually take that first step?
Why do I think somebody serious about changing their situation should take their first step? Okay. I think the first thing I'd ask that person is say that back to themselves. It makes you think a little bit. But I would say it's important because you can't, the best thing I could say, being in sales, we have so many analogies, bro. I would say you can't be the guy who wants to have a six pack by the time summer rolls around and not go to the gym and not get a personal trainer and not, be taking the best supplements and pushing yourself and learning. If you don't take the first step, how can you go up the staircase? Simple.
100%. What was the analogy we used on that first call we ever had? It was the one about the gym. So like when you have something holding you back
Well,
and you're
genuinely.
avoiding it, like what do people avoid? It's grow,
Uh,
right?
yeah,
Yeah. So like even like that analogy, it's like you push your muscles to failure, they fucking grow. So push yourself
facts, bro.
and you're gonna grow. If you don't push yourself, you're not gonna grow.
Exactly, bro. Like your muscles ain't gonna get bigger if you're sitting there just lifting up the same weight year after year after year after year.
Yeah, yeah.
Doesn't work.
100%, man. Um, Chris, it's been a fucking pleasure, bro. And
Hell
we're
yeah.
gonna keep crushing it.
Fuck yeah, you know the deal, dog. 10K months next month, brother.
Let's fucking get it.
Hell
But
yeah.
let me stop recording this shit.